Evening all, and welcome to episode 38 of season 8 of Factory Town, where I was going to sell bread this episode. And we are going to sell bread, but not the way you think, because there has been an update, a major update, huge update that actually changes the complete happiness and house and town centre system. Now the good news is our map is working. So I'm happy to carry on with it, unless after this episode you feel that these changes are dramatic, in which case I'm very happy to restart and start from scratch and go on from there. Because we are already quite along in the tech centre, and there's been changes to how research works. Well, not how it works, but how you gain research, and there's been changes to how the houses and things level up. But I'm going to go and start from scratch in a new town centre, and we'll cover things how they go. So first and foremost, let's go over exactly what has changed. So the major things that's changed is town centres no longer have an upgrade button down here. You no longer upgrade them by clicking the buttons down here. Well, you do upgrade them, but you no longer have to supply them goods. Let me rephrase that. You do upgrade them by clicking the button, but you no longer have to supply them goods. You have to supply them with the coin amount and the correct amount of linked house levels. Now, importantly, this is not how many houses that need to link to it, because that says 180 down in the bottom right corner. That's a lot of houses. It could be 180 houses, because houses now work on leveling system, and the leveling system is very different. If we click a random house here, boom, this house is level 9, and you'll see it has a new bar here called experience points, which brings up this wonderful window here. When you feed a house goods now, it gains experience based on what the item is. So if you feed it grain, you'll see down the bottom here it says experience 1 and happiness 1. It still has a consumption and duration and all that sort of thing there. Flour is experience of 4 and bread is experience of 20. Now you can feed them any item at any point and they will gain experience from it. They may not gain happiness from it depending on their level, but you can feed them any item. And you can see here we've got 11 categories, including water. That's a new one. We might put some wells around to do that. I don't know. But you'll see here, this has 0 of 6 basic food. So we can feed it 6 items from this list and it will gain 6 happiness. And that's it. If you feed it a 7th item, you'll gain the experience and you'll gain the coin, but it won't gain any more happiness. So there is now a happiness cap, which encourages you to build more houses rather than just building. It was always encouraged to build more houses in a way, but it encouraged you to build more houses and to spread them around, because happiness is now global as well. So if I feed these houses here with bread, they will gain the happiness, but also those houses over there, or the town centre over here, this one over here, will also have a happiness level. See, it's got a 301 happiness level because of how much it's covering here, but the overall happiness will apply to each town. Does that make sense? So you could have a little satellite town somewhere that only has 2 houses, but those houses will gain the happiness of the entire nation. So it's like a nation happiness now. It's no longer just a town happiness. Increases the maximum number of houses that can be built. Yes, yeah, because we have to upgrade our population here. This number here, we have a new victory conditions tab here. You can press it. It will normally have the Omni Temple on it, but I've removed that from our victory conditions a while ago. So if you add any victory conditions to the game, they will be here. So say, by default, I think the Omni Temple is the victory condition for the game. So it also adds, obviously, these 2 here. So this one is Mana Brick. This one is our tech level research. So in order to unlock a new level of technology, we have to V for victory tech level, we have to produce 50 mana bricks. And I'm jumping around here between houses and things like that, but I'm sort of covering stuff as we go. And you have to produce 50, not have 50 in storage. You just have to make them. Once you make a mana brick, it will go, hey, you made that mana brick. Doesn't matter if it gets used for building or used for anything else. You made it, awesome. Once you make 50 of them, congratulations, you get a tick here. You can press the button and upgrade to tech level 7. Then if you make 25 awards and 25 health potions, grats, get another tick, you can upgrade to level 8. Awesome. you don't have to actually have these things in storage, you just have to actually produce them, which is so much better because otherwise you've got to always keep things behind in storage. The happiness level is if you want to upgrade your population, which affects how many houses can be built. Town centers still do that, but affects how many houses can be built. You have to hit a 330 threshold and it will ding you to the next level. If your happiness drops below that threshold, you don't lose the levels. So we would go up to level 8 at 330. You don't lose it. It doesn't drop down to level 7, 6, 5, whatever. You keep that level. But you do have to then get all the way to that level again. So keeping your happiness at a higher level is required for, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a lull in production and your happiness drops down again. You won't lose things for it. You hit that threshold and everyone goes, hey, you've been granted the new thing. So, speaking of which, let's have a look-see about how these houses level and how things change and what the difference is between high and low level. So, you'll see this town requires level, 180 linked houses. It says at the moment it's only level 4. I think we are getting the range from level 6 on it because we have upgraded. But because the towns have dropped down again, you still keep the range, but you need to obviously go through higher levels to get things going on there. The level changes how production works. I will get to that later, but you see here, this has 63 out of 180 levels connected to it, which is 7 houses, and each house is at level 9. So 7 times 9, 233. There we go. To upgrade it to level 7, we would have to get to 180, which is either 18 level 10 houses, or 180 level 1 houses. It's yeah, you see how the levels are important. So let's also cover how the difference with the town center. So this is only level 4 now. So if we click on this farm here, you'll see it's got a little star here saying output chance. Sorry, it's got a little star there, and you'll see in the tooltip above there, it's got output chance. You no longer just instantly gain a level 2 or a second grain because you've got the speciality bonus. You now gain a chance to get it based on the level of your town centre. So right now this is an 80% chance because our town centre is actually at level 4. If I was to move these houses out, and put that one down there, there we go. This now drops to level 3, and this farm here now has a 60% chance to upgrade. So you need to get a house to level 5 to get a 100% chance for farming. When you come to production buildings, you'll see, that's paper. This only has a 40% chance with forestry and a 40% chance with processing, because the chances start at 10% and go up by 10% per level. So you need a town centre level 10 to guarantee 200%. Whereas with farming, and I think it's just farming actually, forestry doesn't do it either. Yeah, with farming, you increase the amount. You start at 20% and increase it by 20%. So you need level 5. That's useful because farming obviously is you require more area for farming, so that makes sense to one farm covers a larger area, whereas, you know, here we put 4 production buildings in one area, whereas there we've only got 1 farm. So that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you've got any questions or anything, do let me know. Do mention it down in the comments, and I'll see if I can cover it. I'm going on what I've read and the little bit I've played of it. I did play a little bit of the beta, not enough, and I should have played more, so I was prepared for this, but I wasn't. But it's fine. We'll get through it. So, okay, what does this mean for our town? Well, first and foremost, it means a really good thing. It means that we no longer have to supply so many goods to our town to keep our happiness up. Because houses have a limit on the happiness now. We double click this house here. At level 9, this house for basic food has 0 of 6. So you can supply it 6 items and it will gain all this happiness. We no longer supply every single one of these items here. Previously, I was going to have multiple food markets and delivering things and figure it all out there. We don't need that now. We don't need multiple food markets. We don't need multiple general stores. We just need the one food market. And this one food market can deliver 6 goods to all our towns, and we will gain happiness from it. That also helps with our processing because it means we won't need as many buildings building so many things if we're just going for a happiness sort of grind. Because that's kind of what I want to go to. I want to see whether we can just go and get the highest happiness with a system like this with the multiple towns. So we're going to be selling bread. We're not going to be selling grain or flour. We're going to be selling bread. So there's one. We need to pick 5 other ones that we want to make and sell. Well, these ones are going to be obviously not easiest ones, but the main ones we're going to go for are going to be the cooked fish, the cooked chicken, the cooked beef. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if 5 or 6, I mean, we could go for any of the raw ingredients, but they're quite small. I kind of either want to go for the punches. We could sell the punches. I mean, the milk's there as well. So, well, it's 5, 6, and 7 if we went for the punches. Or the juices, sorry, they're not punches, juice. Or we could sell butter and cheese. The thing is, we will want to produce other goods that aren't being sold necessarily because we're going to go with gourmet at some point, and we're going to want to sell cake or berry cake. And you need flour and butter and sugar and all that to make cake. So we're still going to be making eggs. We just won't be selling eggs to a town. We'll just be doing it elsewhere. And like the sandwich requires bread, but we're going to be selling bread, so we're going to be using bread as well. So it's all a bit of a much of a muchness to how we're going to do things. But I think we're going to start with bread. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get bread being delivered all over the place and selling to our different towns. And we need to spread our houses out because we need to upgrade the houses to higher levels to upgrade our town centres. So we're going to be stuck on this town centre level for a long time whilst we catch up with where we are, because obviously I've stopped production of everything, started building things, used the old system to upgrade the town centres, and now that doesn't work anymore. So if we put a new town centre in, it's going to be at level 1 and requires us to follow the new system, which is what we're going to do. We're going to build a new town centre and we're going to start a new area and supply it with goods and build it slowly, and so you can see how it works and how it goes. But because we only have to sell 6 items, that's really good because it means we can just have one station here and just go, hey, you, you sell to there. We would have to bring them closer to begin with because the town centre area is too small. So what new town centre do we want to build? We can't build one yet, but we can. Because if I push R, you can see we have civics level 3. And at the next one, we have civics level 4 at tech level 8. And at tech level 10, we get civics level 5. Yeah, there we go. So we can now have actually 6 town centres instead of 5 town centres. Although I think we were doing 6 anyway. 1, 2, 3. No, we were doing 5. So now we have a 6th one. So what do we want to do for the 6th one? That's an interesting question. What speciality do we want to do for the 6th one? We're going farming, processing, industry, archery, and magic. They were the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knowledge we could do. We have a knowledge town up and running. We're not going to ever do commerce. That's not worth doing. I also don't know whether you can get infinite research at the end of the game for civics. I don't know whether that's a thing. Forestry and mining. I mean, we could do forestry and mining. Mining would probably be quite useful, but we can't do it now because we don't have the ability to plant any mines. That requires a much higher tech level. T is status, yeah. So this is our tech level. We are 6 of 10, 6 of 18 population level. So you can get to 18 population level, which means you'll have loads more population, loads more houses. You get way more houses than you did previously now, so that's good. And our happiness currently is 0 out of 1,114. So basically, what I want to do is hit the cap on all these, and then build all the houses we can build, and see if we can get the happiness to level to 100%. That's my goal. I have an end goal for the game now. Hurrah! However, where do we unlock the ability to plant? Farming and mining. place stone. Do we ever unlock? Requires omniplanters. Omniplanters requires omniplanter research. Do we actually ever... Oh yeah, because you put omniplanters down and then you plant stone on top of them and then they grow. And deep mining, you no longer have prospect for mining, which is something you used to have where you could put it underground and it auto regrows. So now it works more like a crop. You magically grow stone like a tree. Which I'm fine with. I'm happy with doing that for that one there. That makes sense. The prospect for mining was always a bit cheaty where you just put down the resource underground, they grow all the time. You still have the underground resources, obviously. I know I haven't really covered this for a long time, but we still have our ore deposits here. So we can get iron underground, and iron auto regrows. So that's good because we could put iron here and then always have iron. And we got stone over here. So our stone mine here could always grab stone. So the two basic resources we need are great. Coal is miles away. There's iron over here, but this is our forestry town. Yeah, we don't really have access to coal underground, so we'll have to plant that. But then coal's okay because we've got a bit of coal over here, which we can access. I don't mind putting mines outside of the towns, but we'll see. So anyway, what am I going to... So shall we do knowledge? I mean, we could. Forestry and mining aren't... I mean, we can do them, but I don't think they're desperately needed. Forestry, I think we'll be fine for it. You create way loads of stuff for that, so that's not really needed. Commerce we're not interested in, so we either have forestry, mining, or knowledge, the only ones that we weren't doing. So let's do knowledge. Let's build our knowledge town centre and look at how it works starting off from basically scratch. So let's go to research. Let's research our civics level 3. We have all sorts of stuff we can unlock and do things, but not right now. Let's go into buildings and let's build our town centre. Boom. There we go. We have a town centre there. And a speciality to get knowledge requires a school, a medicine hut, and a laboratory. You don't... Oh, actually... Do medicine huts? Is medicine... Knowledge. Okay, so I guess half this place is going to be medicine huts, and the other half is going to be books and things. So, okay, fair enough. Right. Again, you still have to put things where you need to put them for being inside the town centre. So that's fine. And what do we need as well for knowledge? We need a school. I'm going to put 2 schools in. I don't know why you need 2. It's a bit weird. I'm going to put 2 schools in. There we go. Okay, now this can have a speciality sign. There's a new symbol that says no speciality, and it can have one. So we're going to apply knowledge to it. And if we go in here, see, this says knowledge 2 times output is 10% because we have a level 1 town centre. And to upgrade it requires us to get to level 8 housing. So let's have a very quick redesign of this here. So I want to basically split this in 2, I think. Your all knowledge. What does knowledge cover? Let's have a look, see here. Knowledge covers all the books and a bit of medicine. So we're going to have 1 segment for medicine and then books in the other ones, because you get... Level 1, level 2, level 3 for each of the books, and there are a lot of books, aren't there? We've got natural and industrial knowledge, and then you've got another one which is give me a house. Let's put a house down here. Put our very first house down in knowledge area. Boom, there you go. Book. Education. So basic education is industrial knowledge. And books are enchanted books. Cool. Surprised enchanted books are under basic knowledge. I thought they would have been under magical knowledge. But then you've got basic magic, excuse me, and fire, earth, water and air. So fire, earth, water, air, magic. That's 5, and then 6 and 7. So there's 7 different books types to be made. Seven of these manufacturing things here to be made, and they need 3 each. That's 21 squares. That's a problem. That's a problem. We don't have 21 squares here. We don't have. We have 24 squares here, but that's 21 just for those. And did I see that paper? Our paper is processing, but you're not getting any bonus because of reasons. Oh, is it? Oh, does it just not show a yellow? No, it doesn't show a yellow number anymore. So, okay, right. So paper's good. Paper's being processed over there, so we don't need to worry about that. Does processing also do books as well? Did that? Was that? Yeah, processing also does books. So books and paper we don't have to worry about. That's not knowledge. But knowledge, we're going to do the 21 squares are going to be just for the research books. These research books here. Okay. We then need to do all those magic ones as well, which is, by the looks of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 21 plus 9 does not make 24. We've only got 3 spaces spare if we do all of these ones as we undo them. There might be some changes to how knowledge works because it requires more. Also, I don't know whether the town centres still have the same range as they did before. They might get more, they might get less, I'm not sure. Also, I'm sure... Right, we don't need to do the magic books. And we don't need to do health potions and elixirs. So that takes out... So we need to do the 3 medicines. Yep, sorry, I'm just looking at the picture there. So the 3 medicines, so we need to do bandages, poultice and remedies. We then need to do the scroll, whatever the magic scroll, healing scroll is, ointments and no, ointment can be done here. Or is that? No, that's a potion. That's not that. Yeah, there's not enough space. There's not enough space here to do this. So we're going to have to prioritise some things over some other things. We also might look into the ratios to them. I need to get things working again, but we might look into the ratios of how things work, because it may be that we don't actually need so many laboratories building the level 1 books. It may be that we need 2 laboratories building level 1, 2 building level 2, and 2 building level 3, which means we could get them all in one area. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm rambling. I don't know how long this episode has been going on for because I've had to record it in multiple parts, and I don't know how long the first part was. We're okay. We've got a few minutes. Right. So how do we upgrade this place here? So we need to supply houses with goods to upgrade them. So you see this house here is level 1, so we need to supply some goods to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a food market, and we're going to put it up here so it's in touch with that. We're then going to grab houses, and we're going to put them there and there, and one there, and one there. There we go. Okay, so that's where they're going to be. So, and we'll figure out where things are actually going to be to go with. Doesn't matter. And we want to sell bread to this market here. Now we will build a train system, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to go and grab a crate of here's bread. Bread. No, not jackets. Bread. Grab me a crate of bread, please. And then we'll drag the crate back over. Like so. Yoink. And we will sell this To the town market, to the town. Now, you can still have people feed houses. There is a weird thing I've noticed. If I say grab bread and just come here. Grab bread. If a worker has a item on him that can be delivered to a house, you can't just click on the house anymore. However, you can say come from here to the house. That does work. That still works fine. I'm just not sure why you can't actually right click on the house. It just says cannot navigate. It doesn't come up with the deliver thing. So I wonder whether delivering directly is going away. But then how would you start the game? I don't know. But anyway, what we want to do is we want to say, hey, would you deliver bread to the food market? And the food market will sell. And pause the game, because instantly this house leveled up. And it leveled up instantly because it requires 20 experience to hit level 2. And bread... Hello? Bread... That's interesting. Sometimes the menu doesn't appear. But yeah, so, sorry. Bread is 20 experience. So the one bread, they instant level up to level 2, which is awesome. So if we carry on, you're going to sell. Bump, that upgraded. You get a little notification at the bottom. Bump, that one upgraded. Bump, that one upgraded. And you'll see there's a little arrow. An arrow above our town centre. Because the town centre has now got 8 houses linked to it. So we can push the button to upgrade it. It doesn't auto upgrade because it requires money. So you want to make sure that you have enough money in stock to actually upgrade it. So let's push the button. But it becomes level 2. Its area expands. It requires 24 houses now in order to level, or 24 levels of houses. So we have 4 houses. So we need to get each house to level 6 to that. Or put in 2 more houses and get them to level 5. 4 times 6 is 24. Yeah, get them to level 4. Or put in 4 more houses and get them to level 4 each. You see how it works? How it's just based on the level of the house you have. So more houses you have around a town, the easier it is to upgrade. That's why these ones say, hey, look, I need 180 because, yeah, basically we need 10 houses here. Oh, we need 18 houses at level 10 to upgrade them. So far we can get to level 9. We will be able to upgrade them as it goes. It takes a long time. It takes a really long time to go. But so yeah, we need to be filling in each square, get 24 houses in this area here, and then upgrade them as far as it can go. And that will get us to 240. I don't know whether town centres get higher than that. If they do, we'll have to figure it out. Not sure, but we'll go. Let's just let that carry on, and you'll see this one get some bread. It's consuming some bread. They actually level up. They gain the experience the second they buy the bread, not when they consume it. So they can buy up to 4 of a single item. And then once they've got them 4 in stock, they won't accept any more until they've used up one of them. So as to not, completely dry your supply up. But you do gain the experience and the coin the second they buy it. So you don't have to worry about the 4 being there going like, oh, come on, hurry up and use it to get the next one. No, you have to, it's fine. It's fine. So providing you can supply enough to fulfill that. And remember, bread has a consumption time and a happiness duration. The consumption time is how often they can eat the bread, and the happiness duration is how long the happiness keeps after they've finished consuming the bread. So the total amount of time for that one bread to give that house a single point of happiness is 60 plus 45. So 1 minute, 45 seconds. So you need to feed the house 1 bread every 1 minute, 45 seconds. So you add the 2 together. So the actual demand for goods to keep happiness up isn't that bad. And we're on 4 happiness now. But this will drop. This will drop soon because we have no more bread, because we only sold 20 bread. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to leave this episode here. And next episode we'll come back and we will actually try and get our train system in place to be selling bread to everywhere. We might have to have a long conveyor coming down, setting stuff to the food market, because right now we don't have the range to do things. But that can all be moved later. That's not a problem. So that's what we'll do next time, and then we'll take it from there. So there we go. Update 0.200 is awesome. I love it. I've loved every update in this game so far. I think they've all been absolutely fantastic. So yeah. So okay, we'll do this one here. We'll come back next time and carry on from there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.